Hey, so here we are. This is the Facebook group management tool. And, every entrepreneur should have a Facebook group. And I know what you're saying, Scott. You don't have a Facebook group. And I'll say, yeah, you're right, because I'm working on it. All right, so get off my back. Anyway, I built this thing like a long while ago, and like a couple years ago, and Facebook has shut down in the last like 6 or 8 months or something like that. What's called graph searching, and it was a way to search Facebook with just a URL that this thing would automatically generate, and it would intersect where you lived or any city that you wanted to look at in any Facebook group. And it was super awesome. And Facebook killed it. So, because they hate stuff like this. And I don't know why, because it was an amazing thing to be able to do. But should the day ever return that it comes back, here is the old process for the data mining. And, it's in this little informational circle. Now, you see, when I mouse over the circle, the information pops up. Excuse me. But here, like in this one, this one, it says open the following website. Well, if I mouse off of it, I can't click the link because it keeps disappearing. But it's alright. I got you. All you have to do, click one time. And then you go down to the link, click one time. And then come here. When it turns into the little hand, you click another one time. And it'll take you right to the link. So, never fear. I've got you covered. Anyway, so what this tool is pretty much already built. There obviously there are always things to add on. This is no exception, as you'll see here in a second. This is the new process by which you search Facebook, and it's not as great right now, but this is what we got going for us. This is what it is. So, yeah. So you come in here and you click a new record. Now, the very important part about this, to make sure that this table works, do not delete the group that is here. Do not. It won't destroy anything, but it will and may or may not create some headaches. And this is the secret sauce, so don't touch it. Just leave it alone. Don't look at it. Just let it go. All right? Because this is what the thing needs. So, once you make a new record, then you come over here and you tell the table what you're searching for. And in this particular base, there's only one option at the moment. I'm debating on whether to release the other options because there are plenty more. But I'm not sure yet. So, maybe not. But this is not the only capability of this table. And like I say, it is much more robust than this. This is just the light version, shall we say. So you tell it we're looking for people in a city. And then we come over here and we want to know, well, what city, naturally. So we say Cincinnati because that's where I'm at. And you see this formula over here start to populate. And this is the search name that this record will be cataloged as. And you'll see that going forward as we work our way through the table. Now, we got to have a city ID, and that is found by this process. I'm not going to go through it because I want to keep this kind of short and sweet, but it's not hard, and this tells you literally everything you need to do. So, no biggie. So I've already gone through and found the city ID on Facebook for Cincinnati. I'm just going to paste that in right there. Boom. And then you see see my secret sauce. Just because I'm dumb. That's exactly what it is. I'm dumb. All right. So here we go. Oh man. One of these days, I'm gonna get better at this. All right. So now our secret sauce is working. So at this point, we have a cyber chef input, and you're saying, what in the ever-loving piss is that? And so this is the process by which to use it. You're going to open the cyber chef site, and then you're going to drag you're going to copy this and then paste it in. Actually, I will show you that. So once you input, what you're searching for, the city name and the city, you're going to get this nonsense. This is computer speak. It's the beep boops and stuff. So we're going to copy that, and then let's open it up. And I want you to see this. So this is the tool. What we're going to do is we're going to click, hold, and drag this 2base64 over to here. Okay? And then we're just going to leave it alone. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to leave it alone. And then here in the top half of this part of the screen where the input is, we're going to paste what we just copied from our table. And then it gives us all this gobbledygook. And what we're going to do is come over here and copy the raw output to the clipboard. Click that one time. And we're done with that. And what we're going to do with that is put it in the output portion of our table. Ba-doom. And now, even though you didn't see it, it updated. This search URL is now complete. So it gives us a link that we can now click on. Literally click on. It will open up in a new tab. Not going to do that because it's going to expose whoever shows up. I'm not going to put that in the video. But it will bring up a Facebook window and it will show you search results. Imagine that. Of people who live in Cincinnati. Now, the limitation to this is that their Facebook profile has to say that they live in Cincinnati. So, if you are like me in a suburb of Cincinnati and don't actually live in Cincinnati, you would then want to search by that suburb using that suburb's city ID instead of Cincinnati's. Or potentially both. It just kind of depends on, how wide of an area you want to search. So yeah, that's the data mining. Then what you would do is put the names of any invitees here. So I don't need this anymore. This is from the old one. Boom. Okay, because this tells you when you searched it. So, if I want to add an invitee, I would go Scott Davidson. Oh, look at that guy. Okay. And then, boom, Now I am my own invitee to my Facebook group. And this, you'll see this kind of works in the same vein as kind of like a pipeline. We just move down to the next table from, we start here as an invitee, or we start here as just data. And then the people we want to invite, we make invitees. They move to this table. This table is really short and sweet. Basically just asks you, this is our search, or when. And then this would be the spot for their profile ID, or profile ID, profile link. Man, I'm batting 1,000. Okay. And then whether or not they join the group, and if they do, then we make them a group member. So, we searched on 3.9, and hey, what do you know it? They joined the group. So, hey, what do you know it? This populates and tells us the date that they joined. So now that they have joined, we want to make them a group member. So then we come over here, and we can paste that into here. Now they're a group member. So now we come to our members table. Okay. And now here is where we start to get down to like the nitty-gritty of stuff, like information about them. The reason for this entire table and this entire base is so that you can monetize your Facebook group and turn your group members into hopefully potential clients. At the very least, their contacts that you have information about. You can, recommend them to somebody, recommend them to other people in the group, whatever else. This really becomes a group directory that you can use for any number of things that you can imagine going forward. So, yeah. So at this point here, I have their headshot, which I usually will put a picture of their actual face that is in their Facebook profile somewhere if I can get one, or the most current profile image. And actually, we would want to bring in their profile ID or their profile link. So let's go ahead and do that. Get to see some editing here on the fly. And I want to go to invitee. Nope, I don't want a link. I want to look up. Sometimes even I have a brain fart. And then profile. Boom. All right. So then it brings in their profile link. At this point, we would want to put their business name, business logo, and then industry. So when you get a group of a bazillion people, you want it's nice to know who is in what industry, and so you then come in here and say, so I am a consultant. And you add a consultant record. And then it adds this to this particular field, or this particular table. And yeah, it'll start counting, basically. This will tell you the members who are in that particular industry. And then this will count the total number that are in the industry in the entire group. And so as long as you keep this table or this base up to date, you'll always have accurate information, and you'll be able to refer people, to connect people, and things like that. So yeah, let's see here. So then the product or service of their business, their phase, as you can see, this is pretty much all the same except for influencer. Pretty much the same as my CRM. Temperature, I think, is exactly the same. Yep. And like I say, ideally, we want to monetize these people, so we want to make them clients. Email address, phone number, business address, city, state, zip. And then here is where we get into kind of the non-traditional information, I guess you could say. This is met face-to-face. The referral source is the same, as the CRM. Scheduler link is also the same as the CRM. This is a little bit different. So you see the website personal and then web personal. Now these field names are the same as in the CRM, but the function is not the same, because as you can see, the website personal, website business, and so on and so forth are formulas. So all I have to do is then type a link into the web address. It gives me a check mark. Now you can use this as before to go in and I don't have one created, but and filter in through like a gallery view for contact info. Actually I do, but I don't think I have the social media. Actually the social media isn't filtered at this point, but you could potentially do that and then filter by whether or not this is checked or not. So that all of these platforms are essentially the same as you've already seen in the CRM. And I've added some, or I've included some different ones too. Okay, so then we get down to the end of the table where any attachments, if they have a freebie, if I downloaded something from one of their funnels or something like that, I can put that in there. And then ultimately, again, the goal is to get them into a consultation and eventually make them a client. So if I schedule a consultation with them, I'll put the date and then the link for the scheduler for my meeting room, and then we just copy and paste their name here, and this field, the join group field, is automatically created whenever this record is created, so you don't even have to touch that. And there's a date when they leave the group, and then a space for any additional notes about that person. So if we get a consultation scheduled, then we come over here, and this will obviously be much more customized to your business. But the day of the consultation, no, I didn't create a calendar. So let's create a calendar. Actually, we can't. I forgot, because I thought I did have a date field. But it's not a true date field. That's why. The calendar might actually be on the other. No, it's not. So I didn't create a calendar, but I will include one with this. But this will be much more customizable to your actual business. So the day of the consult, what you would do is come in here. Oh, I have a consult today. Here's my link. I click my link, open up my meeting room, and then these first two are currently lookups to show that you can bring in, other information into my question. These are questions of things I definitely want to get from this person during the consultation. So their email address, what industry they're in, and then how can they add value to my Facebook group. Obviously, these can be customized to any number of things, and they can also be you can also create a form here to where can't include lookups. So the lookup fields you can't include, but this other one, and you could literally make this a form to where you fill this in just by opening it during the consult. That way you don't necessarily have to do it from this table, but it'll populate. So yeah, this is really quick and easy, and didn't want to make this too crazy. Now, the things that you can do to make this even more turnkey is to automate the movement of the contacts through the pipeline, just like we did in the CRM. Just add a checkbox here, or no, you probably wouldn't want to do that, but once they get here, once this is checked, then have a zap it over to the members table, and then you can even if they schedule a consult, you can have a checkbox that they scheduled a consult and move them over to the consultation table, and all that kind of stuff. Like, this can be expounded upon greatly, and the one I use is so yeah, that's it. Pretty simple, pretty easy. If you have any questions, let me know. And I hope that if you haven't scheduled your call with me and your audit with me, that you will soon. I'd love to help you out. I'd love to get to know you, get to talk to you about your business, about what you do. I love hearing that kind of stuff. So hopefully we get to speak soon if we haven't already. And like I say, if you have any other questions or suggestions and feedback for me, let me know. There's links in the course and everything else. But apart from that, hope you are having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.